Alrighty guys, this is attempt number 2 of filming this video. I didn't get very far at all on attempt number 1, but our internet started being like very buffery and whatnot, so I decided to scrap it. That way you guys didn't have to just see buffering and me try to fill that dead space with random nonsense I'm spouting. But today I'm running to the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero super limit breaking Neo producer letter release date showcase thing. The way I understood it is this trailer released a couple of days ago or like a week or two ago. I forget the specifics. I've been super busy. I haven't really had time to focus on very much. But what I do know is that this trailer does give the release date for the DLC, which is very soon as of me filming this because this is just the time I found. And also, I believe there was like, I never saw a number, but there's, I think, at least 2 characters that got revealed in this that we hadn't seen previously. The last trailer for this DLC that they showed off a bunch of characters. I still remember it and like losing my mind. I remember seeing characters that I really wanted, like Fasha and Tora and Chilai. Super 17 finally. You know, it's like freaking the 4th DLC pack to get him, which is crazy to think about. And so many other characters that like I wanted, some of which were characters that I never thought would be playable in a game, like Chilai being a very good example of that, and some others. But yeah, without further ado, let's finally learn more together on this DLC. Or if you guys have already seen it, I guess just my reaction was. Hello everyone, I'm Furutani, producer of Dragon Ball Spark Zero. Today we'll provide a more detailed introduction to the super limit breaking Neo. Talk about the solo mode. So, introduced and trailer revealed during the Dragon Ball Games Battle 2026 held in April. So, when they say solo mode, I'm kind of wondering what they mean. Story is solo mode, and I did enjoy the story, but I raged at a lot of the same places other people did. I still remember trying to beat this Goku Black stuff. I don't want to do that ever again. I'm kind of curious if Orange has done it yet or attempted it, because I know he has the game also, but he hasn't played this game in like years, you know. I feel like I play it more than he does right now, and I haven't gotten to play it in a while, but I'm hoping he got some stuff in the works that will hopefully allow me to actually be able to play this like easily. So I'm going to be trying that out in a couple days, so hopefully it works. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to electronics. I'm a little worried, but hopefully it'll go fine. But yeah, so like I like story mode, but I just didn't like the Goku Black arc. I forget which it's. I remember I've used some videos to figure out some strategies. Like one person was saying that you could cheese one of the Goku Black like what if fight things by spamming a move, and then somehow that move, like I remember my attempt went differently than his, but I managed to like still do it, even though my attempt was quite a bit different. I managed to like somehow make everything be like all weird, so I just got the win, which was nice. And then the one I remember having the most problems with is you have to fight. It's I, I I forget if you play as Goku and no, you're so it's when Zamasu is in the jar for a little bit, and you're playing as Goku Black, because you had to beat them before a certain line was said to pull it off. And I remember I kept getting very close, but I kept not being able to do it. So eventually I just decided, you know what, I need some extra help. So I made the wish for that dragon like metal thing, which if you don't know, that just like adds time to your like what if. So it makes it easier. It's still, and I remember I did that, and I believe it lasts until you finally do beat it. And I remember I kept not being able to do it. It took so many more attempts after I used the thing from Shenron to make it easier to even beat it. Like, it was insane. But I know that's solo story, so that might be something they're going with this. They also might be going mission 100. They might say something about mission 100 or the survival event, the survival mode. I mean, which I've never gotten to experience yet. Or maybe they'll talk about like player versus CPU battles or the tournament or the arena battles. I always kind of like the arena battles just for the different, opponents and that. But let's see what they mean. There's our boy Zeno. The new mode is called the Limit Breaker Journey. That's right. I forgot about that. These. I'm gonna turn the Japanese subtitles off because they're just in the way right now. Where you can take your favorite character. And I'm a little confused about this, so I would like to learn more. Develop their fighting style in your own way through battles and events. The way I understood this from that last trailer, which is part of why I'm confused, is there's some sort of leveling up mechanic. So somehow you're able to level up your guys and make them like stronger or something, or at least, updated in some way. And then somehow through that you get access to, I think it's sort of like a skill tree kind of thing. And you're able to do something with that, which I believe makes you stronger. But yeah, so I'm just kind of, I would like to know more because I'm still kind of confused on what this is. I'd like to go into more detail, yes please. Because I've been kind of confused about it. So, select a character that you want to strengthen. Okay. After that, when using the character in other modes, you'll be able to enjoy battles with enhanced stats, regardless of their form, based on the progress made in this mode. The game begins once you select a character. Basically, you'll repeat the cycle shown in the footage, choosing your destiny. So, you'll go to the map, you'll battle, you'll level up. Engaging in battles or events and then growing stronger. Okay. We will start with choosing where to go from the map, but before that was okay, so I see you get to fight various people in the maps to advance. Okay, moving consumes stamina, and the lower your stamina is, the less health you will have at the start of a battle. And you recover it. On the other hand, the harsher your condition with the less stamina, the more XP you'll gain after overcoming a battle. Okay. Additionally, the sensory beams awarded during each playthrough allow you to fully restore your stamina. So you can choose whether to push through tougher fights for greater growth or aim for safer victories and steady progression. Okay, that makes sense. We encourage you to experiment and find the approach that suits you best. I definitely will. This mode is very interesting to me. Battles and events. So that's the map. Several types of destinations. See the location marked with a character or humanoid silhouette. Battle take place there. Okay. The displayed SP indicates the overall strength of the opponent. Got it. However, the value shown on the enemy will be, but currently the amount of XP gained upon victory will also increase. That makes sense. That makes sense. Be sure to make your choices carefully, taking into account your own skill level as well as factors like the stamina system explained earlier. Well, I'm not very good at this game, so engage more with the conversation icon will trigger events. At times you may encounter specific characters, and be able to equip battle art, which grants special status enhancing effects. What? You may also train together with them to gain XP. Oh hey. There's a limit to how many battle art you can equip based on your SP. But each one provides a variety of progression. Okay. You gain experience for battles and events. Your SP will increase, that makes sense. As your SP rises, you'll earn points that can be allocated to 6 priorities. That kind of makes me think of Xenoverse too. Use these points to power up your characters and shape them to a fire that suits your own play style. By repeating the cycle described so far, and defeating the powerful enemy that awaits you at the end, you will complete the run at a large amount of experience. Additionally, you may also acquire the battle art mentioned earlier by defeating some powerful enemies. If you are defeated, it will result in a game over, but any XP you have gained up to that point will not be wasted. So by carefully managing your stamina and choosing your destinations wisely, we hope you'll experiment and fight your way through challenges. The characters you've developed can be used in player matches and offline battles. Be sure to test your skills against your friends and mighty warriors from around the world. Alongside the release of this DLC, a free update is also planned. Well, I'm intrigued by that then. Sparking Boost and Chain Blast, which were revealed in the announcement trailer, will be added. I don't really remember what those are. Sparking Boost is a new action that can be activated by consuming a larger amount of skill stock. While in Sparking mode, it greatly increases your attack power, allowing you to press your advantage and go on the offensive in one decisive burst. However, once the effect ends, there's a drawback where your stats temporarily decrease. So choosing the right mode to use it is crucial. Interesting. Next, Chain Blast is another new action that can be activated when you've blown your opponent away and have an opportunity to follow up. By switching in a reserve ally and continuing the attack with a blast, you can deal massive damage. The specific skill triggered by his action is fixed for each character, so I encourage you to try out different characters and experiment with their unique abilities. Moreover, we will be adding 4 completely new stages as Super Limit Breaking Neo DLC, okay? In addition, 3 new variations of existing stages will be introduced as part of a free update. Okay, cool. So a free update is going to just add stuff to base game. All these additions will allow you to see more detailed battle scenarios that better measure personal preferences. And of course, new DLC and DLC is cool. Super Limit Breaking Neo DLC is designed to deepen the role-playing experience. That's pretty cool. We value so much. It is pretty fun to role-play a little bit with it. To achieve this, it includes not only new characters, but also additional techniques and costumes that allow you to recreate even more detailed situations. Furthermore, it features the solo mode we introduced today, along with new episode battles for 4 characters and extra battles. Oh, they're adding new episode battles for 4 characters and more extra battles. Interesting. I just want to point out, these 3 are literally the fighters. These are like literally straight up, the 3 humans are straight up out of like Dragon Ball Fighters, or at least they look like they are. And then just Cell, who looks like he's in the Sparking mode. That's really something similar. That's weird. Yeah, I just think that's fun. I remember somebody saying something about the battle thing, episode mode thing here. I'm curious, what they'll be, because quite frankly, I don't really know. Like Cell, obviously, Cell is gonna have some stuff with 17 and 18. And then most likely his story is just going to end with like the Cell Saga. So I feel like there's not going to be too many what if scenarios there, but still should be pretty cool. Unless if they're just going to add Cell as an option to other things randomly, it's like what ifs and update other characters. But we'll see what they do. That could be cool. Yamcha is interesting because this game doesn't really do any OG Dragon Ball stories. So Yamcha would have some stuff with the Saiyan Saga, some stuff, and then stuff with the Android Saga. And that's, I mean, maybe they'll find some other, like, stuff to use him with afterwards. I don't remember him doing a whole lot during the Majin Buu Saga, and I don't remember him being relevant at all in Super, so, yeah, Yamcha will probably be, I would imagine, maybe those 2 arcs. Tien, he has a lot of potential. So Tien, right, I feel like he could have, I don't know if they would, but it would be cool if Tien started at the 24 World Tournament, though I doubt it, but that would be cool. But if nothing else, they'll probably start him with the Saiyan saga. Right, that makes sense. He did do quite a bit in the Cell saga against like the semi-perfect Cell or second form Cell, whatever you know him as. I don't remember him doing too much during the Majin Buu saga either, but yeah, but we'll see what they do there. But and then here's kind of where Tien becomes really interesting to me. He's a pretty big piece of the Tournament of Power. I remember watching those episodes, and yeah, like it's all Tien's attempt, but like Tien knocks out I think a couple of people. In the tournament, he knocked out his big accomplishment. I remember was some like sniper. I forget what universe they were from or the specifics, but I remember he knocked out like a sniper and stuff. So I do think Tien. I hope Tien will have a little bit of Tournament of Power stuff, and then Krillin, the last character here. So the last character I'll be talking about, I feel like he has a lot of potential as well. I could see them doing some stuff with him and Raditz. I don't know what, but I feel like you could do a little bit. There is a what if scenario with Goku against Raditz where I believe Krillin does help you. So maybe they could do something related to that. Again, Saiyan Saga, huge. Like, out of the free humans, Krillin has the biggest impact in terms of the free. Besides maybe Yamcha dying so they could realize, like, how dangerous the Cybermen can be and whatnot. Outside of maybe that, Krillin has some huge importance to the Saiyan Saga because he does right. He managed because he does so much with like saving Gohan and whatnot, and then he manages to I forget how they figure out how to defeat the. He's the one who kind of remembers how they dealt with I think Goku when he was a Great Ape or something, and then he was able to. I mean, he didn't. Of course, Yajirobe had a lot to play there too, but Krillin did a lot during that fight against Vegeta in his Great Ape form. And then Android Saga, right? Krillin has a lot of importance there, was 18. And then I don't believe he fought Cell, but like Krillin was there. Like he did fight the Cell Juniors and stuff. He does do a little bit during the Majin Buu saga. Nothing crazy, but he does participate a little bit. And then of course we can't forget his performance, if you will, in Super. I mean, he becomes like police officer and there's stuff there, but of course we can't forget the fact that he got he was there for the Tournament of Power as well. And not only was he there, he again similar thing to Tien. Like he put in some work. I remember he knocked out like a blind fox guy that was fairly powerful. He knocked out like two or three people before that. He knocked out, I believe, a couple more people after. Like I want to say Krillin, unfortunately, I think Krillin might have been the first one to get eliminated for Universe 7, if I remember the order correctly. But my man's put in the work. I mean, he put in the work. He knocked out a bunch of people before that ends. Like, all of Universe 7 lasted a pretty... I remember all of Universe 7 lasted a pretty good amount of minutes into the Tournament of Power. So, like, I really don't... I know some people give him a lot of crap for being the first person to be eliminated, but I remember I always was like, no, Krillin, he really did a good job. Like he put in the work, he really helped out. I remember he helped out 18 a couple of times with some stuff. Like I think Krillin and Tien out of the four, just based on like speculation with how the show like went and stuff. Those two probably have some huge stuff they can do. But obviously, there's Yamcha and Cell as well, which will be very cool as well to see what they do there and to see all the cool like what ifs. Like maybe we'll get a similar what if to the Yamcha versus Nappa and Fighters one or something. I'm curious. Hope I didn't ramble too long. And then the custom battles, which really hope you'll pick it up and enjoy. So the custom battles here is another thing I want to quickly touch up on. I've been a little disappointed. They haven't updated that thing since the first DLC pack, the Super one. Dragon Ball Superhero one, because I think Daimyo stuff there could have been really cool. Maybe they were like saving that for this big update. Like maybe they were going, like maybe they just didn't have any ready yet or something. I don't really know, but I really am excited to see the new custom battles. I remember enjoying the ones I played. I thought it was really cool that some of them are connected. So when you would beat one, it would unlock the other in like a harder mode. I remember the one against Cell Max was, I believe, considered fairly tricky something, but I did figure out a way to beat it. I remember how satisfied I was to beat that and to beat all the other ones. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do there with all these new characters. But yeah, like I'm genuinely excited to learn more about all this. If I could spell. But yeah, that's all. I think that's all I really had to say about custom battles. Finally, we have prepared a video that brings together the remaining playable characters, moves, and outfits that we've not shown yet. So, I'm going to try to remember as best as I can some of the stuff. So, moves, I remember for the Dragon Ball Super versions of Goku and Vegeta, they had one, I think in their blue forms, where they do the really cool side-by-side Kamehameha Final Flash against Broly in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, which is very cool. For Gohan, he had what he did against Bojack. That's a new move. And I believe there was a few others. Outfits, Teen Gohan in the Bojack outfit was one that they showed off. And I believe they showed off a couple other outfits as well. Playable characters, they showed off Chilai, Fasha, Tora, Super 17, the PSI Devilman. I'm not going to be able to remember all of them. So Super Saiyan Bardock, Demon King Piccolo. There was like Lord Chilled. I remember he was one. I think there were a couple of like, there might have been a random like Frieza Force Soldier maybe. I can't remember though. Maybe not. I can't. There was a lot that they showed off. What else did they kind of reveal that comes to my head right now? I remember Zangia. She was one. And some others, I believe. So yeah, like they showed off, I think, a ton of characters, and people realized, hey, they were, I think, two under 30, and they said 30 plus. So there's quite a bit new characters that they'll probably be announcing here soon. With this, we would like to bring today's showcase to a close. Thank you very much for watching today. You're welcome, man. No, please watch the whatever the hell. Yep. Okay. So what's new so far? I think the Kid Goku outfit is new. Yeah, so the Kid Goku, that's a new outfit because only Daimya Goku of like the Kid Gokus or Goku, I guess adjacent characters, has the Powerful Pro on his back. That's really cool that Kid Goku is now going to have the Powerful Pro on his back. Tien, I'm assuming Tien here is getting his like 21st World Tournament outfit basically, because I want to say in the game right now, I know he has the white shirt the white shirt, and then I believe he has some shirtless variants. I think maybe, and I want to say he does have his Dragon Ball Super outfit, but getting his like full on 23rd World Tournament outfit, assuming that is like new to this DLC, is really cool. Nice, and see, it seems like it's got some unique sort of image. Oh my god! Oh yeah, Tao was one of the other characters they showed off. Was Mercenary Tao. I remember being really excited about him. But wow, interesting. They gave us Chi Chi. I'm not complaining though. I just think that's interesting. So, I never expected Chi Chi to be playable in this game. She is playable, I think, in Dokkan and Legends, right? The mobile games. I forget if she's playable in what's it called? I don't believe she's playable in Gekken, but I think she's like somewhat in that game. But yeah, seeing her is really cool. Chi-Chi can, this version of Chi-Chi is a martial artist and can fight and stuff, Something I'm kind of curious about is if they'll give her a version that has, there's a transformation they like to kind of give her, or at least, say that she has, called, I believe it's the Ox King Rage, and it's just Chi-Chi with that, essentially the Kaioken, like, aura, but because she doesn't have Kaioken, it's supposed to be its, like, own thing. I'm curious if they'll give her that, because that would be really cool to, to see. But yeah, it's really cool to see Chi-Chi. Oh, hey. Interesting. So just like Chi Lai, who has Lemo come out for, I think, at least one of her moves, interesting. So Chi-Chi has something similar, where she has a move for the 24th World Tournament. Goku comes out and assists her. That's actually really cool. I do hope the 24th World Tournament Goku is playable, like, by himself, even if he's just an outfit from the existing Goku. But that's really cool that he helps Chi-Chi out, like, in her, that he's, like, that he helps Chi-Chi. That's really cool. That is, yeah, that looks cool. That's awesome. Piccolo, nice. Oh, there he is, the 24th World Tournament Goku. Nice. Oh, he's big. So these must be 24 World Tournament versions of Goku and Piccolo. That's super cool. I really like them. Yo, I'm so happy they gave us that. I'm loving everything, Some of these are, of course, outfits. Some of these are full-on characters, right? But that's super cool that we're getting Ultimate Gohan wearing the, would it be Ultimate Gohan? At least adult Gohan wearing the, because I don't believe he had the Supreme Kai robes in the game already, but now he'll have them, and seemingly he might even have the Z sword, which would be very cool if he does get to use the Z sword to an extent. There's a bunch of moves happening. Oh, that classic. That's probably one of the unique suits. That's the thing everybody lost their minds over. We need to see that again. I'm assuming this World Tournament Power stuff, I mean, that's gotta be like a unique move thing, right? Like, I feel like it has to be. So, I wonder if this will be an outfit or like an actual character by itself, because I don't know if, like, which one it is. But yeah, this is the first game in at least a very long time that has given us fake Super Saiyan, the like fake Super Saiyan thing he does against Word Select. Apparently it was their take on what Super Saiyan would look like before, of course, Toriyama actually had a Super Saiyan design like ready, or at least finalized. So yeah, this was just straight up Super Saiyan, like, for a little bit, and now, of course, a fake Super Saiyan is supposed to be, I think it's like an in-between transformation or something. I don't really remember the specifics, but it looks so good in this game. But I remember the fake SSJ Goku was like the thing everybody was like losing their minds about online. So it's really cool to see it finally. I really am happy that's here. Yes, my girl. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. Yeah, the fake Super Saiyan probably steals the show for me so far. Although I really like Videl, or well, we'll get to her. The Chi Chi and the 24 World Tournament characters and stuff, and all that good stuff. Interesting. So Videl's wearing her outfit from, I believe it's the second Broly movie, Broly Second Coming, and she's got, she has the hat on, and everything. That's really cool. Kid Trunks and his outfit from that movie. I'm assuming same was Gohan. Nice. That's like straight up from the first movie. That's cool. So that's probably a new move for a Goku. July 30th, 2026. Okay, that's soon. It's a little hard to tell like what's an outfit and what's a full-on character. You know what I mean? Because like they did show off full-on characters in like one of the last trailers. In fact, there's some of them right there. 4 new stages. Yep. New game mode. Yep. Oh yeah, you can like buy Neo, like just straight up buy it on this, which is cool. 20 plus customized items, costumes, and super attacks. And they showed off some of that stuff, of course. 30 plus new characters. Dragon Ball games release schedule. Okay, let's see. Yep, the Fighters Daimyo Pack, which has been out. I own that on, I think, Switch is where I own that currently, but I love them. Future Saga Chapter 4, Brazilian Universe 2, which released earlier in the month, and I own it. It's great. I think the only thing left I have to do in it is they added a boss rush mode, and they recommend you to be max level for it, so I haven't completed it yet. Sport King Zero, of course. Finally have its DLC availability on here, and then of course the Universe 3 in 2027. Yeah, there's more of the Universe 2 stuff. That was amazing. I didn't really know what fully to expect going into it, just because, was these trailers, like, they show off so much. And I like the way he was talking about it. I'm really happy he gave us an update on the that new game mode, which I honestly kind of forgot about. I'm happy he mentioned, like, how in addition to the 4 brand new maps, we're going to have 3 currently in the game maps be updated to have unique, like, sort of variants. We collect a free update, which is cool. They mentioned like all those outfits, and they showed off like a bunch of new outfits and that. And I'm sure some of the stages were new, but they showed off so much it was hard to pay attention to the stages sometimes. But like, yeah, they showed off seemingly some 21st World Tournament outfits. The new Chi Chi, she was showing off fake Super Saiyan, which again might just be an outfit. I really don't know. Which might just be on like an outfit for Goku. I don't know. I'd like for it to be its unique, like its own character, the fake Super Saiyan, but we'll see. I'm sure there were other characters that got shown off in that were new. I'm kind of blanking because they show so much. The Videl outfit and the Trunks outfit and stuff from Broly Second Coming. They showed off the move the punch Goku does that finally defeats Broly in the first movie. They showed off like so much. It's just so hard to remember it all. But yeah, that was really good. I don't want to ramble on too long because you guys are probably sick of me gushing at the mouth over all of this because I really am excited. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, ring the bell. Do all the graphic garbage. It helps out a lot. It means a lot to us. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Boo.